Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really direct, highly urgent warning about your personal wealth. The source material lays it out flat. 5 costly financial pitfalls to evade immediately. Now, this isn't just some gentle, friendly suggestion, right? It's a sharp, unyielding directive that basically demands our attention, and we really need to dig into what this actually means for your financial health.
So you have to ask yourself, are you making these mistakes? Because right now, as we go through this, there is a very real possibility that you might be leaking wealth or literally stepping into financial danger without even realizing it. The whole goal of analyzing this text is to snap us out of our complacency so we can actually take action.
5. Notice how the source material doesn't say there are some mistakes or just a few pitfalls floating around. It explicitly quantifies them. There are exactly 5. It's a finite, identifiable number of threats to our financial stability, which is actually good news because it means we can prepare for them.
Part 1. The costly money trap.
You know, the phrase costly money mistakes just carries so much weight. We aren't talking about forgetting to cancel that $5 streaming subscription you never watch. The word costly is a massive red flag signaling a major setback. We're talking about a meaningful, incredibly painful error in how we handle our assets.
To put it in perspective, costly literally means exacting a large toll or high price, involving serious loss. Our source material is specifically warning us of severe financial damage. This is the kind of loss that totally alters your life's trajectory, delays your retirement, or completely compromises your security.
Moving on to Part 2, Pitfalls and Evasion.
A pitfall is defined as a hidden or unsuspected danger. It's like a trap door. A pitfall isn't a giant brick wall you crash into. It's a hole covered by leaves that you confidently step onto, completely unaware of the massive drop right beneath your feet. The true danger here is that it's invisible.
And this brilliantly illustrates the dual nature of the threat. Think about it. A mistake implies a personal error, right? Like an active misstep in your own judgment. But a pitfall, that implies an environmental hazard just waiting for you. It tells us we are navigating a financial landscape that is basically rigged against us.
Evade immediately. The text doesn't suggest that you casually look out for these pitfalls. No, to evade requires active, intentional dodging. You don't accidentally evade a trap. You have to recognize it and intentionally shift your course. It demands that we stay on high alert at all times.
Which brings us to Part 3, why everyone is vulnerable.
Here's the kicker. Absolutely no one is immune. The target demographic for these threats is simply everyone, 100%. Whether you're a seasoned investor playing the market for decades or you just opened your very first savings account, the source asserts that you are vulnerable. Your experience level or your income bracket, they do not grant you a free pass here.
In fact, the source specifically states that these are things everyone needs to avoid now. You can't just sit back and assume, well, I'm pretty good with my money, so this doesn't apply to me. Actually, scratch that. It unequivocally applies to all of us. Ignoring this warning is absolutely done at our own peril.
Part 4. The urgency of now.
Notice the rapid-fire repetition of urgency here. On one hand, we've got evade immediately. On the other, avoid now. These commands just hammer the timeline into our heads, leaving literally zero room for procrastination. Every single second you delay is a second you remain totally exposed.
Now, let that just hang there for a second. The anxiety and the sheer urgency of the timeline are completely encapsulated in that one single word. The threat is current, your vulnerability is current, and therefore your defensive actions have to be executed right now.
And finally, Part 5, 5 mistakes remaining.
Let's methodically pull the whole shebang together. There are exactly 5 pitfalls. They are incredibly costly mistakes involving serious loss. You must evade them immediately. This affects absolutely everyone, including you, and you must act now. It's really a masterclass in high-stakes communication.
But it all circles back to that core number, 5. We know the characteristics of the traps, we understand the extreme urgency, and we know the devastating cost. But those 5 distinct pitfalls, they are still out there, hidden in the landscape of your daily financial decisions, just waiting for a misstep.
So, the 5 pitfalls are out there. Will you evade them in time? The alarm has been sounded loud and clear. You are a target. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the clock is basically at 0.
The only question left is whether you'll maintain the hypervigilance required to spot these hidden traps before they exact their toll. Stay sharp out there and question every move you make.